El-Drago bouncing around a little bit. Oh! Oh! The Dragon Emperor is back, with Ryuga's Forbidden Beyblade Lightning L-Drago making its triumphant return in the Beyblade X system. To celebrate Beyblade's 25th anniversary and all of the previous generations, Takara Tomy is running the Crossover Project, where they're remaking previous generation Beyblades in the new Beyblade X system, and Lightning L-Drago is the latest release for that project. And it's also the first release for the Metal Fight remakes. We do have an anniversary set coming out early next year that has Storm Pegasus, but as of right now, Lightning L-Drago is the only Metal Fight remake, but I assume we'll see more in the coming months. So hit that like button, hit subscribe to join the Nook Nation, and now let's take a look at Lightning L-Drago. For the Crossover Project, Takara Tomy is not just remaking Beyblades, but they're also remastering their box art designs. For example, with the Dronzer and Drigger remakes, those boxes were supposed to be very similar to the original box designs from the early 2000s. Now, with this Lightning L-Drago, it's definitely a different style, but that graffiti and grunge art aesthetic from the Metal Fight era makes a return, and this box art is great, okay? It's also really similar to the original Takara Tomy release of Lightning L-Drago, with the main difference being the main color is black instead of white. If you guys want to get Lightning L-Drago for yourselves, go and check out sponsor of the channel Mall of Toys. They have L-Drago as well as the new Whale Wave up for sale right now, unless they're sold out. They also have the upcoming Silver Wolf and Double Extreme Stadium set up for pre-order. So go and check them out, link in the description down below, and make sure you use code ilinnuc to get 5% off. So now let's tear straight into the box, and the first thing I want to talk about is the fact that this is a random booster select. So there are technically 2 bays you can get, but both of them are Lightning L-Drago. Takara Tomy even classifies them as the same bay, but they're not, and I'll show that later. But the first piece I want to talk about from Lightning L-Drago is the bits, and it is flat. Nothing crazy, okay? It's in this darker blue color scheme, and they're matching the color scheme from the original HF from Metal Fight. I will say though, there is a really massive height difference between these two different Beyblade generations, so I wish they would have given us something a little bit shorter, maybe like low flat, although there's really nothing else that looks similar to the original HF, so we're kind of stuck with it. Next, let's move on to the ratchet, and this one was definitely kind of interesting. It left a lot of people kind of scratching their heads, and we have 160 in, yet again, that darker blue color scheme. I don't know why they went with 160, and 160 is good. It definitely has its uses for attack combos, but it doesn't really make sense for Lightning L-Drago, and even though I'm getting kind of bored with Takara Tomy including parts like 360 or 380, I think those would have made a little bit more sense than 160, but you know, I guess they're going for attack power. The bay is also pretty unbalanced as well, so it kind of works together. Now we can move on to the actual blade itself with Lightning L-Drago, and it definitely looks really boring, so we're not going to even show the blade off that much until we put the stickers on it, and dear God, putting the stickers on this thing was a nightmare. One of my favorite things about Beyblade X is the fact that standard bays don't have any stickers. And if they had a few, I would be fine with that, but look at this sticker sheet for Lightning L-Drago. I did not enjoy putting all of these tiny little stickers on, so it was a bit of a nightmare. But this is Lightning L-Drago, specifically the L-Drago in Barrage mode, where we see all these yellow details and yellow stickers, which once again were a nightmare to put on. And this is definitely my favorite mode from Lightning L-Drago, at least from the original version from Metal Fight. It's just the best looking one, in my opinion. Even if the performance isn't as good as the other mode, I don't care. I think Barrage looks great. But like I said, this is a random booster select, meaning there are a couple of different L-Dragos you can possibly get. The first one was the barrage mode that I just showed you with the yellow stickers, and the other one is the upper attack mode. The upper attack version has red instead of yellow stickers, and that's probably the easiest way to tell the two different versions apart. And it also has 3 exposed metal ramp areas for your upper attack. It's kind of where the name comes from. And the differences between the two different modes aren't just the stickers, it's the mold as well. So the contact points are actually a little bit different depending on your mode. And they also have different weights as well. My Barrage L-Drago blade weighs around 33 grams, maybe just a little bit less, when the upper attack version weighs 33.7. Not really a massive difference, but I mean, every gram counts. Something that is kind of unfortunate about L-Drago is the fact that it does not come with a launcher. The original version came with a special white left spin launcher with a little dragon detail on the very corner. Meanwhile, for Beyblade X, we have nothing at all. Really, doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal. I mean, pretty much everybody has a launcher, right? Well, Takara Tomy just released the first left spin bay in the entire system with Cobalt Dragoon just a couple of months ago, and some people don't have that bay yet for whatever reason. So if you guys were really wanting to get L-Drago and use it in battles or tournaments or whatever, you have to have that Cobalt Dragoon launcher as well. Takara Tomy even notes that on the box itself at the very bottom, and it just kind of sucks. I mean, Cobalt Dragoon is a brand new product, so people are gonna have to buy that in order to use this, and it makes sense, it just kind of sucks. But now it's time to put L-Drago to the test to see if it should stay forbidden or if it should be forgotten. That was a pretty good one. Oh! Good strike from Unicorn Sting on L-Drago. Man, it looks like L-Drago is just kind of... Oh, can it win? Is it spin stealing? It's gonna be close. Oh, and Unicorn is gonna take it. Oh! It went into the pocket, came back. L-Drago wants to fight. It looks like Unicorn might take this one. Can it? Oh, man. If you guys are wondering how I'm launching 2 bays at almost the same time, I'm actually using an angled launcher link by Noozle 3D. This one is at a 30-degree angle, making it really good for attack types. So go and check out Noozle 3D. I have a link in the description down below. Oh! Oh! What is happening? What is happening? Is it gonna drop? Oh! Wait. What? I honestly don't know if that was a draw or not, or if Black Shell might have won, so let's just run it back. Oh, oh, oh! Oh, there we go! We have the imbalance of L-Drago actually working there. Now let's try out the upper mode version of L-Drago. I think this one's gonna hit a little bit harder because of that upper attack and because it weighs a little bit more, so let's see. Taking on Leon Crest. A strong attack type. Oh. Good hits, maybe. Crest is losing its balance. Unless it can equalize. I don't think it's enough. Maybe? Oh! Surprise W for L-Drago. L-Drago bouncing around a little bit. Oh. And already, man. The upper version of L-Drago definitely hops and bounces around a lot more. Oh!
「
L-Drago versus Phoenix Rudder. Good hits, I guess. Man. Rudder is really losing its balance, though. And the winner is barely L-Drago. Okay. Oh! Wow. Okay, it just sent itself kind of into the pocket. Even though I like the barrage mode better in terms of the way it looks, I think the upper mode is the better one out of the two, but it's definitely way less balanced, so let me know what you think. So what did you guys think of Lightning L-Drago? Overall, I think it did about as well as I was expecting. I didn't want to have my expectations up too high, especially because the previous crossover releases in Dronzer and Drigger are towards the bottom of my tier list. But I think L-Drago is an improvement on those releases, but it has quite a few problems, and the major one is the balance. If you look at the underside of mainly the upper attack version of L-Drago, you can see one side is way more filled in than the others, and that just makes the Bey really imbalanced whenever you're battling. And maybe during some of those battles you saw it hop around and skip just a little bit. That's not going to be great at all, and it's really bad for stamina as well, so it makes it kind of risky. I like L-Drago a lot, although I'm not the biggest fan of the balance issues, of the fact it's a random booster select, and the fact it does not come with a special white launcher, meaning you have to have Cobalt Dragoon to even use it, and that's unfortunate. But that is going to wrap up this video. If you liked it, hit that like button, hit subscribe to join the Nook Nation, and I will see you in the next one. Have fun, and Bey away.